What is going on, everybody? We are back with another segment of Miss Junebug and Boys for Life, doing a pregame show, postgame show, whatever you want to call it. But Miss Junebug has some news that she wants to tell y'all people
I
that she
do.
did. Well, you
Um,
created something, so
I finally created my channel, y'all. Are we streaming on it?
no, we're not. That's what I was telling you. You need
Oh,
to,
okay. So I
you
got
need
to
to
do
do,
all that.
you got to do all of that, and then I'll walk you through it. If you need help, like just send me Snapchats or screenshots of where you're at, and I'll tell you where to go to start adding stuff.
Yeah,
So that
no,
way you'll
it
be able to.
was. I am technology. I'm challenged just all around. But yeah, I created it. It seemed kind of easy. And then I got some subscribers already. So thank you. I have no content on there yet. I'm going to work on it. I thought it would be easier said than done. And now I'm just like stuck. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No. So.
Eventually, soon, because that's definitely my New Year's goal, is to have more content up there for sure.
Oh yeah. No, I'm pretty sure there will be a bunch of people trying to will be subscribing to you, especially if it's cowboy stuff. But I want you to go ahead and start off and say whatever you got to say. My dogs always, for whatever reason, as soon as I'm about to do a show, my big dog comes running down here, starts drinking water. Then the little one comes down here, and then they both stand at the door because they want to be let out. Like every single time I'm starting the show. So let me let them out, and I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Okay, so first and foremost, how about them boys? Because I told all of you guys that they were gonna beat Philly back the first week of November. I had that very nice picture of Daddy Jones just pointing his cute little finger at Charles, saying that we were gonna beat your butts, and we did. So on behalf of Cowboys Nation, all of y'all Philly fans, pluck y'all.
What were you
Pluck
saying?
y'all. Pluck y'all. We're plucking birds. Okay, like, so I'm from El Salvador, right? So
Uh,
in my country, they have like the wild chickens and they pluck them. So
yeah.
y'all are like being plucked. So pluck y'all. So that's for all of the Eagle fans, because they came and talked all that noise. And it was a great game. It was a fun game. It was an
Oh yeah.
exciting game. It was
It was
such
a
a great game.
it was a typical
Uh,
Cowboys game. It
it
was
was
a up and
so
down.
good. And I mean, it had everything, action, suspense, drama, tear jerking, anxiety. I mean, I had every fucking emotion, but it was fun. It was fun to watch. And we held them down,
Yeah.
our offense came through. And, I, you're such a Dak hater. You love and you hate him. But I know that after he threw that first pick, I can't even imagine where your mind was
Oh,
at.
my mind was already okay. I was done. I was
Yeah,
done already. I
you
was
checked
I
out.
was I was
You're like
completely
Rachel for
done.
Russian.
So I don't okay. So for about 2 weeks prior to the game, for about 2 weeks, even before the Jaguars game, Eagle fans and Cowboy fans were already talking crap to each other. And I was told, or
They've been
not that I
talking
was told,
crap to each other since fucking
yeah, no.
September,
But leading up
August.
to this, game. So which that reminds me, I need to go. Which I already have that video. I've been saving it. I'm going to do a video on this other guy's stuff because he said that they're going to have to put their backups in for this game, that they're going to beat us so bad. So I was just like,
Yeah, they said they were gonna rest all their starters because they already
so
had the fucking NFC and the
yeah,
fucking NFL on lock with the number one seed, and none of that shit happened. Jalen Hurts went down with his shoulder injury. We played against their backup. They played against our backup, and then coming that third time is the charm. That's when we're gonna get both of them together. Okay,
yeah.
so
So what I had said was, I was like, Dak Prescott's going to have his first 300-yard game this season against the Eagles. As much as I don't like
345, I think it was
349,
349.
but I said, even though I don't believe in Dak as much or at all, I said he's going to have his first 300-yard game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then hours before the game, I doubled down and said Dak Prescott was going to have upwards of 325 yards and 3 touchdowns for the game.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, go look at one of my shorts. I that's what I said. In one of my shorts, I said 325 and 3 touchdowns. You want 2 more cats? I got them in my garage right now.
No, this is my first cat ever in my entire life. Dame un besito. Un besito. Un besito. He's bilingual. But yeah, no, his name is Jax Jones. That's my kitty. He was meowing at the door. Jax from Sons of Anarchy, SOA.
Yeah.
And then Jones after Daddy Jones,
But
anyway,
yeah.
so I'm glad that you had finally had a nice something to say about Dakota Prescott.
Hey, let's not forget.
You are such a fair weather fan to him. It drives me nuts.
Not a fair weather. I'm not a fan. Look, I like players on the team, but as we always say, it's not about the name on the back of the jersey. It's all about the name on the front. The Dallas Cowboys. So players can come and go. I can be a fan of a player, but once they're off the team, sorry.
Dak is franchise. Dak is a franchise player, like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael. Like he's a franchise player. So regardless of what you say, he will never be traded. He is a franchise. We have revolved everything around him. And let me tell you something. After, I think he needed to throw that pick. And I'm glad he did it super early. And I know that it really hurt. But the way that he played after that pick was a Dak that we have not seen. A Dak that was so resilient. And I mean, I could tell that he was almost a little scared to throw the ball. Like he was like, fuck this, I'm running. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the first time we seen him really use his legs in a long time. Like it looked like old school Dak, like the Dak before the injury, before the knee. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it felt so good to watch him do that. And it felt so good for him to come back. And I even tweeted this because being a coach, we, especially with the young girls and I think any athlete, anytime you do throw a bad play or do a bad play that causes your team, every kid just cannot get past that mistake. And I think that Dak's resilience and mental toughness and just all of those things are amazing because he did not let that play define him. And it just went literally to one of the best games he's had in a long time. And I'm hoping that it woke him up to continue to play like that for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, hold on. Never mind.
Come here. Is anybody on?
No. I was looking like, I thought I messed your name up, but this comment over here, who the F is June, I guess Jug. I think they're making fun of your name.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all,
but I was over here like I was looking up. I was like, did I mess something up here? Like,
who's making fun? Who's laughing? Who got jokes? Say it to my face.
So I'm over here trying to make sure that
Bug? I ain't scared. I'm just playing.
You're feisty. You're a little feisty.
No, I'm very feisty. Who's talking shit? Tell them who's talking shit.
Right, FJVMH. Whoever. I mean, Frank Joseph is his name. He's the one. I think he's just busting your ball. He's just joking around.
I know. So am I. Don't start none, won't be none. That's my motto.
But no, yeah. This is the first time we've seen Dak play like this in such a long time. I mean, we're going back into last year. This is the first time where I feel like the game was put on his back, that he was actually like he stepped up to the plate. Sometimes when we put the game on his back, it doesn't look good. But we put the game on it. That we were averaging 2.9 yards a carry rushing the football. So he threw I think over 40 times this game. And like I said, this is his first game where he had over 300 and 300 yards. He had 349 yards and 3 touchdowns. You're right. You're right. He had to throw that pick. I was hoping after he threw that pick, I was like, okay, he got the pick out of the way. We're good. Let's go. Let's do what we got to do. The defense was what I was worried about, because that was a deal where where Minshew, I think, got third down like 4 straight times in a series, and they completed all 4 third downs. And it wasn't like 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. It was like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 7, and they're making these completions. And I mean, this defense scared me. I thought the defense was going to give the game away after especially after that 3rd and 30 bomb that we had. What was going through your mind when that happened? When it was 3rd and 30 and Dak just threw it up to Ty and he caught it for 53 yards.
Welcome to motherfucking Dallas, Ty. I mean, like, golly, that looked like a play that we had practice on, you know? So I really can appreciate that because it looked like it was rehearsed. It looked like they had definitely practiced that pass before because it looked good. It was perfect. So it was definitely something that we needed. And that's gonna wake up our offense a little bit, I'm hoping, because it's only a matter of time before he just runs that for a touchdown, you know? So I definitely think that he's gonna be a great add-on to, you know, the rest of the season as someone that we can benefit from on the offensive side. But back to the defense, you know, I don't want to get sidetracked from that because our defense is beat up. I mean, like, we have so many hurt players. You got Micah like running out of breath, you know? I mean, it's like, it's tough. That is the number 1 defense in the NFL, right? Correct? I mean,
we're a top 5. I don't know if we're number 1 anymore, but we're top 5.
That was a very hard defensive game for us to play because we had so many players that were hurt, and the players that we were utilizing, I mean, they were getting beat up. However, we did see a lot of their players go down more than our players, because I think they had like 3 or 4 players go down themselves.
They had Lane Johnson, Avonte Maddox.
That's a big loss for them because I don't think he's coming back, right?
No, he's not coming back till after a torn ligament or whatever it was in your abdominal. I don't even think you're coming back after 4 weeks. I don't even think you're coming back after a month.
I need a torn ligament in my abdominal, so maybe I can lose some weight. But anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then Avonte Maddox being out for the season, which is gonna mess up. Yeah,
right.
Which is gonna mess them up.
Very fucking careless play on his behalf, because it was more personal than anything, because he really wanted Dak the first time and he missed him. And the way that he came at him the second time, he got hurt on that play. And had he not been so aggressive and, you know, been in his fucking macho feelings like most men are, he probably would have still been playing. So I think that was a huge loss for them, a huge benefit for us, you know, going into the postseason, because he was definitely a huge playmaker. So, I mean, like, you know, like I told y'all in the last couple of podcasts, their luck will run out. Okay. And it's starting to show. It's starting to show cracks. You know, it's starting with the quarterback, you know, starting with the defense. So they're definitely, it's going to be tough for them to continue to play healthy and be healthy, you know, going forward. Whereas to us, you know, we're beat up too, but at least the offense is looking better. And, you know, to say something about Dak in the way that he's been playing, you have to take risks in order for you to be successful. And I go back to my basketball where, you know, and you know, like Michael Jordan, you fucking have to shoot the ball. Shoot. He's got the biggest scoring average and he got the most percentage, whatever, of him, you know, missing shots. So to me, it goes back into saying with Dak, he has to take the risk. He has to, you know, do those different plays that are going to have consequences. They're not going to be perfect. But if he's not taking the risk, we're not going to see his best potential. And what works to his advantage, and I love what Mike McCarthy said, is that Dak eats fucking shit like that for fucking lunch. Like, nothing is getting him down. The kid is resilient. And like, in my opinion, if we want to see him perform, he will have mistakes. The question is can he recover from those mistakes? And I think this last game proved that he can. And then we go once again back to the fact that some of those previous interceptions were not completely entirely his fault. I know I can shave at least 4 interceptions off of his record that I know is not his fault. And then another thing is, yes, we need to start talking about him in the MVP candidate because he is doing his thing. Our offense is killing it. We are averaging tons of points. We are scoring. We are driving. We are doing everything that we can. And we are showing big ass numbers. So he needs to be in that conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, as much as I don't believe in Dak, and a lot of us don't, I mean, I know you do, but he is, since he's been back, the offense has been averaging, I think it's like upwards of 30 points a game. Number one offense.
35, I believe.
Is it 35?
I think so.
Okay, so it's 35 points a game. We put up a 50 burger and we put up two or three 40 burgers since he's been back. We have. If we can get this defense on track to what it was at the beginning of the season when it was Cooper Rush out there and they were holding their own, you know how much we'd be blowing teams out right now?
But we weren't putting up numbers like that with Coop.
No, but I'm saying
was holding us down with
that's
Cooper
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if we can put up numbers that we're putting up right now, and the defense can go back to what they were doing when they were doing it for Cooper Rush and holding it down, we would be blowing teams out right now. I mean, scores would be 40-17. They'd be 50
we're
to.
not going to blow nobody out this late in the season. Every game is going to come down. We're tired. Everyone's tired. Everyone's hurt.
I mean, you have the Titans falling apart right now.
Everybody right now they're close games. I mean, like, it's tough. We are at the end of the season. It's not like at the beginning where I can see that it's a little bit more and everybody's healthy. But like for us to even be getting these type of points in the first place is fantastic. So, I mean, I just feel like we're not going to get that type of leverage.
And I'm not asking for blowouts. I'm asking for less close games the way it is. I get it, our defense is hurt and everything, but it seems like the last like 3-4 or the last 3 games, our defensive line, our front set has only had 1 sack in 3 games. We haven't gotten to the quarterback at all since. So whoever we played before Jacksonville and then the Eagles, we've only had 1 sack, and we're not accustomed to doing any of that. And I get it. We're tired. We're hurt. But it seems like some of these guys have run out of gas. Like sometimes even though Micah Parsons does the little things here, like that fumble against what's his name, Sanders. He's one of the reasons why it was caused because he got in the backfield. Sanders had to switch hands. I don't know who it was, but they popped it out and we ended up getting the ball and going down and scoring 3 points. But still, like I want to see those sacks again. I want to see them. We need them because. If not, we can't guard these wide receivers forever, and that's why you're seeing these high-scoring games because we can't get to the quarterback anymore.
Yes, absolutely. Agree on you on that. And I feel like hopefully once we get the defense back, we're, healthy, we'll be able to do that. And I feel like if we go on and beat the Tennessee, then we could definitely, depending on what the Eagles do, obviously, to maintain their rank. If we can rest our starters for the Commanders game, that would be very beneficial to going into the postseason. But that all depends on how everybody comes out.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be tough. It's hard. They're tired. I mean, it's the end. They battled. Look at our record. I mean, like our record says it all. So, I mean, it's just like only the strong survive. You know what I mean? And we're maintaining. I feel like Dan Quinn is definitely a little embarrassed. I think, I would imagine having such a great start and then, being, half-assed right now. I feel like he's definitely strategizing and he's working with what he's got. I think that Kellen Moore called a great game. Against the Eagles. That was probably one of the best call games that he's ever had, or that I've seen him do personally, because I'm not a fan. But he did his thing. So I just feel like we got to go in here and beat Tennessee. they got us by 10, you know? So, I mean,
Yeah.
they got us favored by 10. I mean, like, damn. They had us by 2.5 against the Eagles. We went by 6. So, you know, we every time they had us by 10 points, we've literally won by 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, but it is Tennessee. Their record sucks. We're coming in off a high. I think that we're all definitely gonna play a lot better. I think we'll see more of Ty, you know? So it's
I
just
mean,
gonna be exciting.
for my fantasy football sake, I hope we don't see more of Ty. I need CeeDee Lamb to go off again. I'm actually in the championship, so I'm playing for my share of either 200 if I lose or 900 if I win. So and we're getting a ring. So if I win, I get a fantasy football ring and I get $900. So I need Dak because Dak. Look, as much as I talk crap about Dak, Dak is a fantasy point guy. So I'm not dumb. I draft Dak. He's been my starting quarterback since he's come back from being injured. Before that, I had Kirk Cousins keeping me afloat. And the
I
one
got the
time,
goat. I got the
yeah,
goat, baby.
the one time I put Tua in, he had a concussion that game and he just shot me to shit.
I
So
have Tom Brady and fucking Russell Wilson as my backup, and Russell fucking throwing like shit. And then my fucking defense is the Rams because I'm thinking they're gonna come back and fucking defend their fucking title. Oh my god, they're playing the shittiest fucking football ever. So yeah, I
yeah,
gave up on fantasy.
so I'm in the championship and I need CD to go off again for a couple touchdowns, and I need Dak to have another 300
I
yard
think he
game.
will. I think against the Titans he will for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely, see him, and if we're blowing them out, we'll see Coop come in. You
Well,
know.
last time we played the Titans on a Thursday night game, I remember it because no, it was a Sunday night game. I can't even remember the last time we played them. I know one of the times we were playing them, I think we had just gotten Cooper. We had just got and we lost that game. We almost won. We ended up losing that game. I think
Don't
that
be
was the
throwing
last
no
time we
bad
played.
fucking juju in this way,
No, I'm not.
okay?
I'm
No,
not. I'm
no,
just
no, no,
saying.
no, Cowboy Nation. I tell you this shit all the time. We can't think negative. We have to be positive. No
But you,
bad losing.
so
I,
you
I like to
honestly
shoot
think
craps. I lived in Vegas for so long. When I'm at the crab table, I don't want to hear no crab, no seven, no, anything. I don't want to hear nothing that's going to make me feel like I'm going to lose. I'm a winner at all times. All times.
yeah.
Is anybody else talking?
No one's really. I mean, they're going through stuff. Chad. I don't know how you say his last name, but he said he subscribed to your channel, and then
Gracias,
you
Chad.
have uh, Frank Joseph over here just running his mouth for I don't even know
Is he
why, but
talking shit still?
yeah, he is. I mean, apparently, I guess I don't know if he's a Cowboy fan, but he just keeps
Oh,
running his mouth. I mean, he told me to step my game up because I couldn't remember who we played before Jacksonville, and it was the Colts,
oh
but I
my
couldn't
God.
remember.
You
So
know
he goes,
what?
"You need to
Maybe
step
we
your
need
game
to
up."
talk to him. Let's call him. We should
I
start
can't
doing
call him.
live calls with our haters. I'm gonna do hi.
Oh
You
yeah,
want
like once I don't even know what this comment means that's about to be brought up,
what it
but
say?
it's from 301 Cowboy, the 21 I think year old boy. He says, "Junebug, I will destroy you." I don't know what that means.
You ain't destroying shit. Destroying what?
I
What?
don't. I have no
Nothing.
idea what that means.
I
He's
know what
being
it means.
he's
He's fucking
been
screaming.
he's been being a weirdo for a while, a little while now. So
Oh,
it's been
really?
yeah, he's been being a weirdo. Like it's weird. I don't
I
know
just
what he's
love him.
doing, but like I said, ever since I started getting monetized and paid to do this, now everyone seems like they want to start trolling and doing what I do. But it's funny. We need
Hold on
revenge.
1 second. Hold on. Is that my teenager? 8:24. Good job. Savannah, I'm on live. Is Savannah good?
Yeah, she went home too.
She went home?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Hold on.
Y'all, wait till you have teenagers. And if you have teenagers, you know what I'm going through. If not, pray for me. Okay? The girl gives me anxiety like a motherfucker. God dang.
And then DCF says we need revenge on the Titans. Didn't Henry put up 250 that game? Yeah, Henry destroyed us that game. I mean, but Henry's been falling off lately. Henry's been falling off a
This
little
is
bit. This
so
hasn't
late
been
in
his
this.
best
I don't
year.
know why y'all expect these guys. They're not superheroes, okay? They're fucking tired. They're hurt. They're not playing at, they're playing at 60%, 75%. They're beat
Yeah.
up. Yes. I had one of the guys, I had mentioned if anybody wanted to discuss anything in particular, and one of our followers said that he wanted to talk about clock management.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
go ahead, talk about it. I want to hear what you got to say.
I definitely feel like it's still something that clock management shouldn't even be in our vocabulary after fucking the 49ers game last season and that last fucking 10 seconds of the game. I think that by now somebody, needs to be completely 1000% specialized in time management. It needs to be talking to the boys and McCarthy and everybody and their mama about maintaining the clock, containing the clock, running the plays, running the ball, running whatever the fuck it takes to win, and not let the time become a factor in a loss, because those type of technicalities are so avoidable, and that just means lack of preparation, lack of, knowledge, lack of, it's like somebody is not listening. And it's really frustrating that we're still talking about clock management this late in the season when it was such a problem for us last season, so late in the season.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just cannot continue to happen. And we are not, we are America's team, but so many people hate on us that we don't want that type of, technicality to become a factor on why we lose a game, or why we couldn't make a playoff, or why, I remember being at that playoff game last fucking season, and that was the most excruciating fucking minute of my life, and it ended in a wave off because we couldn't finish our play because Dak couldn't finish the time, and it was just like, these fellas need to look at that big ass fucking giant fucking TV that fucking Jerry built and look at the fucking time, because it's getting so frustrating that we're still talking about that. It's super fucking sucks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, clock management has been an issue with us for quite a while, and I just don't understand how it's even an issue.
We are professional. Well, we are. I'm like, yeah, part of the team. Yes, motherfuckers. I'm part of the motherfucking team. We are professionals, and I don't understand why is this such a factor. Like, you guys are getting paid millions of dollars. Hire a coach. Fucking learn about time management. Figure shit out. Like, talk to somebody. This has to be something that cannot continue to suppress us.
Like,
we shouldn't even be talking about it.
Like, for me, that Jacksonville Jaguars game, the Doug Peterson, and then that was great clock management, what they did. The way they ran their offense, the way they had that last time out at the end of the game, where they were able to tie it, and then it went into overtime. The way they set it up, Doug Peterson is great with clock management. Mike McCarthy, all he does, I mean, I'm still unsure if he has input in what plays we're calling, because I know it's Kellen Moore, and I know Dan Quinn calls the defense. So I'm over here thinking, Mike McCarthy, what is your one job you need to be doing? You need to be paying attention to that clock, and you need to be doing great clock management. You can't be running out. I mean, they're, like you said, last season against the 49ers, where his excuse was, oh, I couldn't see the clock. Something happened with the time. I was like, are you kidding me? Is that the only clock out there? Like, bro, and we've seen this a bunch of times where it's like,
you have people in your ear 24/7.
Yeah, and it's like we're running out of time, and we have a timeout or two. We're going into the half, and we can score if we, and you just let like 30 seconds run off the clock for no reason. It's clock management for whatever reason is an issue, and I don't understand it. I don't get why. I mean, if we can fix that, that would help out tremendous. That's one thing that'd take off our plate that I wouldn't have anxiety about watching these games all the time when it's close.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. And then just even the basic knowledge of football, like handing the ball to the ref and all of those different things. I mean, it comes, it is every single play fucking counts. Everything counts. Every second, every possession, everything counts. And we need to be masters of all of those things in order for us to, get to the promised land. So it's frustrating to see that. And it's frustrating to see that at any level, you know what I'm saying, of sports. So it's just really I think that's something that we need to work on. But one of our viewers brought that up. So I hope that addresses that to him. We don't like it. So
yeah. No,
who else is talking smack out there?
Yeah, no one else right now. Just that
Good.
Frank Joseph guy. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So I'm just kind of letting it, just ignoring it. But what I want to talk about next is we have. I mean, so we played the Eagles. We won that game. They're going to be out. Lane Johnson. They're going to be out Vontae Maddox. They might get C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, but it's not for sure. They are playing the same. They're going to rush back Jalen Hurts while he's still hurt. He's still hurt, and they're going to rush him back because they want to lock up that number one spot. And, I mean, I'm all for it. I don't care if they lock up the number one spot. I don't care.
That's so dumb.
I get it, but I don't care if they lock up the number one spot. I don't care if we're the fifth seed or the first. It doesn't matter to me. But I said this on another stream when I was talking with the guys. I said, I'm not wishing this on him, but you're rushing a guy out there who's not 100%. You don't have your right tackle. You're not your offense isn't 100%. What happens if he's running and he takes a wrong hit because you want to lock up that number one spot so badly? I mean, that's your season right there. That is it.
That would be dumb. That's just dumb. I think that he needs to just not because I want to see them lose or anything like that, but it just makes no sense to put a player out there that is not 100%. You know what I'm saying? Where you could still, use up your backup, and you still rely on your defense to, take you. I think that would be just dumb, because he could definitely just re-injure that, and there goes their season. So I would never do that. I think that would be the dumbest thing ever. I remember when Cooper Rush was winning, you know what I'm saying? And we were like, it's okay. Dak can stay another week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's okay. We got this.
But Eagle fans are unsure if they're even going to win because they lost with Gardner Minshew. And I told these guys when I was doing the show yesterday, and I said, if you had played a lesser team, I honestly think y'all would have won.
Absolutely.
I honestly think you would have won.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that. They played us. So, come on now. It's a rivalry. We wanted this. They wanted this. So, I was surprised to see, even the score that it was. We came back from 10-point deficit twice. And Dak got sacked, 6 times?
You could say sacked Prescott because he got sacked 6 times yesterday.
Sacked Prescott 6 times, right? And how about that plyometrics footwork, thing that he did? That was phenomenal. So, it's just, it could have been worse. It was a great game. I was so happy. I knew we were going to win. I definitely not once felt that we were going to lose, especially after Minshew threw his last interception. He didn't want to throw that ball no more.
What worried me was after Miles Sanders fumbled on our side in our territory, and we only got to the 4-yard line and we weren't able to punch it in. That worried me. We kicked the field goal. We had to let them go drive down the field. They had to score a touchdown or it was game over, right? But either way, the way our defense was playing with one timeout left, and I think they had 90 seconds, like that scared me. Like that worried me
Our
quite a bit.
defense did not wake up until the last 2 minutes of the fucking game. Up until
Yeah.
the last 2 minutes of the game, the fucking defense gave me anxiety. And I even tweeted about this. It's like Dak did his thing. Our offense came through. We did our thing. Like we need to make sure that it is our defense that is holding us down. Can you give me a water, please? Thank you. That is our defense that needs to hold us down. No. Can you get me some water though? Thank you. I'm babysitting. My house is full, y'all. I love it. But I would do more, but my house stays full, especially right now around the holidays. My son's here. It's just, I have a house full of kids and I love it, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our defense definitely needs to, it came alive the last 2 minutes of the game. And you know what? I don't care when it came down, when it needed to, become alive. Thank you, sweetie. Close that door. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I have a buddy here. He's an Eagles fan. He's like, 3rd and 30 will always haunt me. They had him and another guy have a stream that they do, and they were doing a stream during the game, and it was that whole series. So it was about a 2-minute. They clipped about a 2-minute segment and they put it out there, and that's when Dak Prescott got strip sacked. We recovered, and then Dak got sacked again. When Dak got sacked again, I was like, you know what? I need to get ready for tonight. I went upstairs. I started ironing my clothes, and I could slightly hear the TV downstairs, and I'm ironing my clothes, and then I kind of hear it get a little loud, and I was like, all right, I'm done ironing my pants. I put my pants on, and I start walking down the steps, and I was like, what just happened? How do we still have the ball? Like 2 minutes ago, it was 3rd and 30. Dak got sacked twice in a row. What? And then I saw the replay, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, as long as we score right now, we're good. And then we ended up scoring, and then I was like, okay. You know what? Let me hurry up and get dressed so I can come back down here and keep watching. Because after that 3rd and 30, I wasn't ready to give up. It was like, man, I got to get ready. I got shit to do. Like, if this is how we're playing, I got to. And so, like I said, I could just slightly hear it, and then I'm not kidding you, when it came down to like the last couple minutes, that's when I had to leave. So, like, I got in the car. I'm driving.
You left the last couple minutes of the game?
I had to start heading to my parents' house. So, I put my phone on my wife's phone holder, and I put the game on my phone, and I'm literally, like, driving like this. She's like, watch out. I was like, and I was like, and I'm over here watching, and I'm like, come on. And then when they threw the last throw for an incomplete in the end zone, I was like, okay, turn off. We won. I'm good.
You're so funny. I literally carved my entire day like 2 months ago for that game. And I could have gone, mind you. I got invited to go, and I could have gone, but that wasn't a game that I could have just seen with anybody. And that wasn't a game that I love the vibe of a game, but I love the privacy and comfort of my own home, and I hate the cold. So I was like not putting myself through that. But I literally planned my entire existence around that game, like literally 3 months ago. Like, oh no, I am blocked out completely from this time frame.
Imagine if we had beaten Jacksonville last week, though. How much more this game would have been. I was so disappointed.
We don't dwell on the past. Let it go.
But hey, we won. Like I said, they're rushing out Jalen Hurts. Us winning, as much as they say, and people want to sit here and say it doesn't mean anything. Look, they're rushing out an injured player.
It means everything. Every game means everything. I'm tired of people that, if people say it doesn't mean anything, they do not understand sports. Plain and simple. Every game counts.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, they say it's meaningless because they already think the Eagles are gonna get the win the division, and because we've already locked up a playoff spot. You know what I mean? Like we're in the playoffs.
And I get that, but still, there's records, there's stats, there's we're still playing, so every game counts.
So,
It could mean whether you play a fifth seed. You know what I'm saying? So many things come into action. So stop. It's just
Yeah, but what I wanted to say is even though that people are saying it's meaningless, it's actually not because we won, right? So we win, and now what are the Eagles doing? They're rushing out a injured quarterback who is, I get it. He's got the grit. He wants to go out there and play, and he wants to lock up this first seed and then rest for the next month. He wants to do that. I get it, but look, I'm not saying I'm hopeful for anything to happen to him. I'm just saying something can go wrong, and if something does go wrong, there's their season. That's it for them. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I mean, they don't have their right tackle. They don't have Avonte Maddox. CJ Gardner-Johnson may still not play. So you're going to have Isaiah Scott going up against whoever their number one wide receiver is, and he's going to get torched. That defense, the Saints are still playing for a playoff spot, people. It's not they're going to just roll over and die. Now that they know the Eagles are hurt and wounded, they know that Jalen Hurts is hurt. They know that Lane Johnson's out. They know that Avonte Maddox is out. I mean, come on. I mean, the Eagles need to win one of two games. One of two games, and they lock it up. But imagine if they don't lose and we win out. We get the division. We get the division. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that's what's going to happen. I'm not trying to I'm just and I'm not being overly optimistic either. I'm just saying that's a possible scenario that could play out. And people need to understand that. I'm not saying get your hopes up because we're gonna get the first win the division and this and the third. No, I'm just saying that's a possible scenario that could happen, and people just need to keep their minds open and let's see what plays out instead of saying, "Oh, this is a meaningless game. We already got the playoffs locked up. It is what it is." No, I mean, like you said, we're playing, right? We're playing. We're playing still. So I mean, anything can happen in the next couple of games.
I love how passionate you are.
Thank
So
you.
sweet. No, I feel you. I mean, like so much. I just, you don't stop until the season's over. That's just how it is in my world. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Even as a coach, when I'm getting my butt whooped, I coach till the very end, because
Yeah.
I've been on both sides of the coin. So I believe as every game counts, everything counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean it was fun. It was great. It was everything. It was fun. It was a great Christmas for sure.
Oh yeah, for
It
sure.
was a great Christmas.
I had a great Christmas knowing that Eagle fans out there want to sit there and say, "Oh, this game didn't mean anything, but seating purposes, it this and the third." It meant something because I guarantee you, if they would have won, they'd still be talking about it. They'd still be talking about it. And I love how the media and Eagle fans alike sit out here and say, "Oh, something about Gardner Minshew. We still put up all these points and yada yada and the third." And they want to sit here and say, "Oh, we gave up. We turned the ball over 4 times, and you can't win like that." Cooper Rush had 3 interceptions, and you scored 21 points. I don't understand how you can sit here and say, on one hand, Cooper Rush threw 3 interceptions, and it was a dominant defense performance by the Eagles, and then the other hand say, "Oh, our quarterback, who's a backup, mind you, ours was a backup, had 4 turnovers, or there was 4 turnovers against the Eagles." 3 of them came from Minshew, and we gave the game to Dallas. Make that make sense to me. How does that make sense? It doesn't. That's why I'm sitting here and I give these Eagles the smoke that they deserve, their fan bases, all that, because they're such hypocrites. Such hypocrites.
I know. I agree 1000%. How about that energy though at the game after, like everybody just yelling?
Yeah.
I saw so many TikToks. They were so awesome. But yeah,
That's
no,
funny.
I was Eagle fans. Oh, there's this one little bar by my house that I go to, and there's a lot of Eagle fans there. And it's just like, you know.
Yeah. So,
No, no, it was fun. It was great. I loved it. It was exciting. It was fun to watch. Defense was great. I'm looking forward to the Titans. I think that it's not gonna be a blowout. I think they'll score at least 44, 45. you know.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll beat them by at least 18. So
I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. We're gonna keep going and hopefully,
Yeah.
continue to grow. I think that we have a lot of we have a couple of fun games to look forward to. You
Yeah,
know,
we have the Titans this week, and then we have
the
um
Commanders.
the Washington the following week. Both of them are away. We're playing in Tennessee, and we're playing over there in FedEx Field. So we're gonna see and look, straight up, Saturday was the last home game we're ever gonna have for the rest of the season.
For the rest of the season?
Yep. We play Tennessee in Tennessee. We play Washington in Washington. And no matter what, we got to travel throughout the whole playoffs. We're not having another game in Dallas.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That was the last game in Dallas. Every game is on the road for this season, for the rest of the season, regular season and playoffs. So we're the fifth seed, right? I mean, and that's if we don't win the division, right? That's if by every miracle we don't win the division. So let's say we get the fifth seed. We got to go down to either Tampa or down to Carolina to play, right? And then after that, we're either going to play the Eagles or we're going to play the Niners. One of those two. Play one of those two, and we're gonna have to go there. And then after that, in the that's the divisional round, and then whoever we play, we got to play at their home in the conference game.
Oh my God! Honestly, I was thinking about how in the world I was gonna afford my playoff tickets because I was gonna go if it was here.
I'm sorry for putting a damper in your plans.
Really? Now that fucking sucks. Okay. So I have to think about it. Damn. Now I'm regretting not really going to a game.
You should have gone to that Eagles one.
Nah. Not on Christmas Eve. If it would have been any other time, yeah, but not on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, no, I had a buddy before the season started, like when the schedule came out, he's like, "Hey, so we're hitting up the Eagles game Christmas Eve." I was like, "Bro, that's gonna be my son's first Christmas. Like, you kidding me, man? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere."
No, I know. No,
because him and I always go to an Eagles Cowboys game. We went to one last year. We were up there in Dallas last year.
Nice.
So, but
no, that's nice. I have a thing that if I'm not sitting where I want to sit, I'm not going. I'm not doing.
We normally sit in the same spot. Like whether I never know what end zone we sit at, so I just pick whatever. We normally sit at the bottom, right in the end zone, like 4 or 5 rows, about 6-7 rows up from the bottom of the end zone.
Yeah.
So we sit right there. Those tickets normally come out to about $325, $350 a piece. So.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But no, I just been going through it, and my anxiety is high, and I just like right now crowds for me are too much. So
yeah, so
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, any last words before we get out of here?
No. I don't know. Plug the Eagles.
Yep, F the Eagles, and make sure y'all subscribe to